Transform your life with a one-year success plan by Jim Rohn for Jim Rohn Legacy Path. You know, my friends, there's something remarkable about time. A year passes so quickly, yet within that same year, lives can change completely. 12 months, that's all it takes to go from average to exceptional, from uncertain to unstoppable. But here's the truth only a few really understand. Transformation doesn't take forever. It just takes focus. 1 year of pure, committed, disciplined effort. I've seen people waste 10 years waiting for the right time. And I've seen others who decided that this was the year, and they changed everything. So I want to talk to you today about what I call the one-year success plan. It's not a dream. It's not a trick. It's not luck. It's a way of living that turns your next 12 months into the foundation of a completely new life. You see, success is predictable, just like failure is predictable. It all depends on the direction you're moving, the habits you form, and the philosophy that guides you. Now, I want you to imagine something. What if, just for 1 year, you gave it everything you've got? You decided that the next 12 months would be different from every other 12 you've lived. No more drifting, no more waiting, no more wishing. Just purpose, direction, and discipline. If you did that, you could transform your entire future. Because 1 year of focused effort can put you ahead of 90% of the people who are still talking about getting started. The power of a single year. When I was a young man, I thought success was about big events. I thought it came from one big opportunity or one lucky break. But later, I discovered it's the small daily disciplines that add up, day by day, week by week, until suddenly your life looks completely different. That's what a year really is. 365 chances to show up, to grow, to correct your course, and to move closer to the person you were meant to become. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week, but underestimate what they can do in a year. A year of consistent growth in health, in income, in mindset, in relationships can change everything. I've seen people start a year broke and end it financially free. I've seen shy, hesitant individuals turn into confident leaders in just 12 months. I've seen families heal, businesses rise, and dreams resurrect, all because someone finally said, "This year, I'm all in." The secret is not in the calendar. The secret is in you. It's who you decide to become between January and December that makes the difference. You might say, "Jim, that sounds simple." And it is simple, but it's not easy because it requires consistency. It requires saying no to old habits and yes to growth every single day. Discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Every day you cross that bridge, you get stronger. Every day you skip it, you get weaker. Let me tell you, one disciplined year can make you unrecognizable. Not in appearance, but in mindset, in confidence, in results. Because you'll have proven to yourself that you can take control of your own life. So, the question is not, can you change your life in a year? The real question is, will you? Will you finally commit to doing what it takes, day after day, until you see it through? The 4 pillars of a one-year success plan. Every transformation is built on a foundation. And for me, that foundation rests on 4 pillars: your philosophy, discipline, goals, and action. Let's go through each one. 1. Personal philosophy. Everything begins here. Your philosophy is simply what you believe about life, what you believe about work, about success, about people, about yourself. Most people never question their philosophy. They pick it up from their parents, from school, from the news, and they live by it without ever asking if it's serving them. But here's the truth. Your philosophy determines your attitude. Your attitude drives your actions, and your actions shape your results. So, if you want better results in a year, you must start with a better philosophy today. Start believing that you are responsible for your future, that what happens to you is less important than what happens within you, that life doesn't get better by chance, it gets better by change. When I changed my philosophy, everything changed for me. Before, I used to blame the government, the weather, the economy, my boss, even my luck. Then I met a wise man named Earl Schaff who said, "Jim, for things to change for you, you have to change." And that sentence hit me like lightning. For things to change for you, you have to change. That became the foundation of my one-year transformation. If you can accept full responsibility for your life, not part of it, not half of it, but all of it, you become powerful. You stop being a victim and start becoming the architect of your future. Transform your life with a one-year success plan. Continues. 2. Discipline. Once you've got your philosophy straight, the next pillar is discipline. Discipline is the foundation of all success. Without it, even the best ideas crumble. You see, motivation gets you started, but discipline keeps you going. Motivation is like the spark that lights the fire. Discipline is what keeps it burning when the wind blows. Every day that you practice discipline, you deposit confidence into your future. Every day you avoid it, you withdraw progress. Now, discipline doesn't mean punishment. It means self-respect. It means doing what you know is right, even when you don't feel like it. When I was 25, I promised myself one thing, that I would never again drift through a year without purpose, that I would wake up early, plan my day, read good books, take notes, set goals, and follow through. At first, it was difficult, but soon I discovered something magical. Discipline begins as a burden, but it ends as a blessing. In the beginning, you carry it. Later, it carries you. So, here's the rule for your one-year plan. Don't break promises to yourself. If you say you'll read, read. If you say you'll exercise, move. If you say you'll save money, save it. Every small act of discipline plants a seed that will grow into a tree of confidence and self-trust.
3. Goals. The third pillar is goals. A life without goals is like a ship without a compass. When I first started setting goals, I didn't even know what I truly wanted. So I sat down with a notebook and wrote, "What do I really want in the next year?" And I began listing everything: financial goals, relationship goals, learning goals, adventure goals, spiritual goals. Don't limit yourself when you start. Write it all down. The act of writing turns a wish into intention. Then refine it. Pick a few key goals that would truly change your life if you achieved them in the next 12 months. Ask yourself, if I could only accomplish 3 things this year that would make me proud, what would they be? That's your focus. Write them on a card, carry them with you, and read them every morning. You see, goals are like magnets. They pull you forward, they give meaning to your effort, and they make the hard days worth it. Now, make your goals measurable. Don't say, "I want to be healthier." Say, "I will walk 10,000 steps every day." Don't say, "I want to read more." Say, "I will finish 1 good book every 2 weeks." Clarity creates power, and reviewing your goals daily keeps them alive. Remember, what gets written gets done. What gets reviewed gets improved. 4. Action. The final pillar, action. Nothing works until you do. You can have the best philosophy, the strongest discipline, and the clearest goals, but if you don't act, nothing changes. Action turns ideas into reality. Action turns knowledge into results. When you act, you send a signal to the universe that says, "I'm serious about my dreams," and the universe begins to respond. Don't wait for everything to be perfect before you start. Start with what you have, where you are. The perfect time is rarely announced. Start small. Take the first step, then another. The first few days will feel uncertain. That's okay. Consistency will turn confusion into clarity. Every great achievement began as a small act of courage. One of my favorite phrases is, "Do what you can with what you have where you are." That's how you build momentum. And remember, you don't have to be extreme, just consistent. If you can stay consistent for 12 months, your life will be almost unrecognizable by the end. Designing your one-year plan. Now, let's take these pillars and build something practical. Think of your year in 4 stages, each lasting 3 months. Months 1 through 3, awareness and foundation. The first quarter is about understanding yourself and building discipline. Start by studying your habits. Keep a small notebook. Write what you do with your time, how you spend your money, what you eat, what you read, how you speak to people. Awareness always comes before improvement. You can't change what you don't see. During these months, begin simple routines. Morning reflection, reading 15 minutes a day, exercising, planning your day before it starts. Also, review your environment. Your environment either supports or sabotages you. Clean your space, organize your tools, and surround yourself with people who encourage growth. By the end of these 3 months, you'll have built momentum. You'll start to feel more in control, more focused, and more confident. Months 4 through 6, building habits and skills. Now that the foundation is laid, it's time to build. Choose 1 or 2 skills that directly impact your goals. Communication, leadership, financial literacy, health management, and study them deeply. Develop habits around those skills. For example, if your goal is financial independence, track your expenses daily, save a fixed percentage of your income, and read 1 financial book each month. If your goal is health, prepare your meals, stay consistent with workouts, and track your progress. This stage is about identity, becoming the kind of person who naturally does the things that lead to success. Remember, habits create identity, and identity sustains results.
Months 7 to 9, execution and measurement. By now, you're no longer guessing, you're growing. These 3 months are where discipline turns into achievement. Focus on execution. Take bold steps toward your main goals. Start measuring results. Numbers tell the truth. How much have you saved? How many books have you read? How many people have you helped? Keep a weekly review. Ask yourself, what worked? What didn't? What can I improve next week? Use this period to refine your systems. Cut what doesn't serve you. Expand what brings results. Celebrate small wins, not with arrogance, but with gratitude. Months 10 to 12, mastery and contribution. Now, the final quarter. This is where everything you've practiced becomes part of who you are. You're no longer forcing discipline. You are disciplined. You're not chasing habits. They've become your lifestyle. At this stage, start sharing what you've learned. Teach a friend, mentor someone younger, or help a colleague improve. Because when you teach, you reinforce your own growth. By the 12th month, you'll look back and realize how far you've come. You'll see that the person you were a year ago could barely imagine the person you've become. That's transformation. That's the reward of 1 consistent year. Transform your life with a 1-year success plan. Facing obstacles and course correction. Now, let me prepare you for what's real. No plan, not even the best one, goes perfectly. There will be days when you doubt yourself. Days when the alarm rings and you don't want to get up. Days when the people around you don't understand what you're doing. That's normal. Growth has resistance built into it. But remember this, the walls you hit are not there to stop you. They're there to strengthen you. Every obstacle tests how badly you want the dream. When you feel tired, rest, but don't quit. When you fail, learn, but don't surrender. When you doubt, pause. Then remind yourself why you started. See, discipline doesn't remove struggle. It helps you overcome it. Every challenge teaches you a lesson that comfort never could. Now, sometimes you'll drift off track. Maybe you'll miss a week, or a goal will fall through. That's okay. Don't throw away the plan because of one mistake. Adjust it, refocus, continue. Consistency beats perfection every single time. Let's say you stumble for a month. Fine. Get up and start again. The race of self-improvement isn't about who never falls. It's about who always gets back up. And here's another truth. Some people around you will resist your growth. They might tease you, doubt you, or call you obsessed. Don't argue with them. Just keep moving. Because eventually, the results will speak louder than your words. When you start to change, you shine a light. And that light makes others uncomfortable if they're still living in darkness. So be kind, but keep your focus. Remember, critics never built statues. Builders did.
The gift of a year well lived. Let's step back for a moment. Imagine it's 1 year from today. You've kept your promises. You've read the books. You've practiced discipline. You've taken action. You're standing taller, thinking clearer, earning more, smiling more. The person in the mirror is confident, not because life became easy, but because you became strong. That's the gift of a year well lived. Most people overestimate what they can do in a week, but underestimate what they can do in a year. A single year of deliberate focus can change everything: your income, your confidence, your relationships, your future. I've seen it countless times. A man commits to reading a book every 2 weeks, and within a year, he's a leader at work. A woman starts saving 10% of her income, and within a year, she has freedom she never imagined. A young person begins writing every morning, and within a year, their clarity of thought transforms their destiny. That's the power of 1 year. It doesn't take forever. It takes focus. And the most exciting part? Anyone can do it. No matter where you are, no matter your past, 1 year of focus can rewrite your story. The invisible harvest. You know, farmers understand something that most people forget. They know that you can't plant today and harvest tomorrow. You plant in one season, nurture in the next, and reap later, in its own time. Your 1 year plan works the same way. For months, you'll be planting, reading, learning, building discipline. Sometimes it will feel like nothing's happening. But below the surface, roots are growing. Then suddenly, one day, opportunities appear, doors open, people notice, ideas connect. And you'll realize that every quiet effort was building the foundation for that moment. That's the invisible harvest of discipline. And once you've experienced it, you'll never go back to the old way of living. Reflection and gratitude. Now, as you move through the year, take time to reflect. At the end of each month, ask yourself, what did I learn? What did I improve? What am I grateful for? Gratitude turns ordinary progress into joy. You see, life isn't just about achievement, it's about appreciation. What's the use of climbing the mountain if you never stop to enjoy the view? Gratitude keeps your heart humble and your spirit peaceful. Your legacy begins today. My friend, the next 12 months will pass whether you act or not. That's guaranteed. The only question is, who will you be when they're gone? You can drift, complain, and repeat the same patterns, or you can rise, plan, and redesign your destiny. A year from now, you could be healthier, wealthier, wiser, and more fulfilled, if you start today. So right now, make a decision, a serious one. Say to yourself, this is the year I transform my life. Then commit to the process, work the plan, keep your promises. And when next year arrives, you'll look back and say, that was the year everything changed. Because transformation doesn't begin with luck, it begins with a choice. And that choice is yours to make today. The secret few truly know.
Before we finish, let me share a secret that only a few ever discover. You don't need more time. You don't need better circumstances. You just need one focused year of total commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. That's it. 1 year of reading instead of scrolling. 1 year of discipline instead of excuses. 1 year of daily action instead of endless waiting. And when you give that to yourself, success doesn't just visit, it moves in. That's the truth only a few know. Because in the end, success is not something you chase. It's something you attract by the person you become. Closing words. So, take the next 12 months seriously. Let this be your year of purpose, of progress, of personal power. Write your goals, guard your time, build your habits, feed your mind, act daily. And remember, the greatest gift you can give your future self is the discipline you practice today. You can do it. You have everything you need inside you already. Now go build the life you were meant to live. Because your legacy, your real legacy, begins this year.